All right, now that we've got the Grand Design Transcend Xplor set up, we're going to go through hookup. First thing we're going to do is hook up the electrical. That way, when we start turning on lights and opening slides and stuff, we're not using our battery power, we're going to be using shore power. So first thing we want to do is hook into our shore power electrical at the campground and make sure that everything is good on it. All right, we have breakers on, and we have 2 green lights, which means that the polarity is correct, the wiring is correct on it. So we're going to go ahead and hook into this and then hook up to the camper. To hook the camper up, we're going to want to cant the plug to the right a tad bit and then swing it back to the left, so it kind of locks in place. All right, with our power hooked up, next thing we're going to do is hook our sewer up. All right, the back bumper also doubles as a sewer pipe holder, so some of our sewer pipe is going to be stored here in the back. So 2 pieces of our sewer will be in the back, and we have a 3rd one up front. On this particular camper, we're going to have 2 different sewer connections. Some of them have a Y underneath and turn into 1, and some of them do have 2. So on this particular camper, we're going to have 2 connections. So we're going to have our gray tank here at the front. And then we'll have another gray and black at the rear. There'll be a bag of sewer parts in the camper. And the one that we want to get is going to be our Y bridge. We're going to go ahead and put both of these together. If you don't have enough pipe, you can just run one, empty it, hook it up, and then run the other one. But this one here, we should have enough to go ahead and run the Y pipe. So with our Y pipe hooked up, we have our sewer connector, and we have one more sewer line. So that will drop down in the sewer. And this will just bring them all together. So this piece here will just, like I said, hook into your sewer pipe. Depending on the angle of the pipes and where they're coming down, you may have to use a Jacob's ladder or a stilt stand for it to make sure everything flows good. And they look just like this, and they just accordion out. So you can take it, kind of set it where you're looking at doing it, where you want to just go with it, and kind of just pull it out like so, and just lay your pipe in it. And then if you need one for the other side, or you need the sewer connection, you just kind of put one wherever you need it at. So when it comes down through there, it doesn't get bound up. Once you have your sewer hooked up and hooked into the main sewer line, you want to open your gray tanks only. So this particular one is toward the front of the camper, which is going to be toward your kitchen sink. So that's all you're going to do, pull that lever and just leave it open. Here at the rear of the camper, you're going to have a black tank and a gray tank. You only want to open the gray tank. So you'll pull this valve open, leave your black tank closed. That is to the toilet, and you don't want it to be dumping constantly. You want to dump it all at once at the end. but you can go ahead and let all your shower water drain. With the sewer line hooked up and our gray tanks open, we're going to go ahead and hook up our water system. Our water hose will have a PRV on it, a pressure regulator valve on it, because we don't want to put too much pressure into the camper. 90% of the campsites are good. You don't have to worry about it. 60 PSI is a pretty normal, so that's not a problem. This valve is adjusted to 60 PSI, so we just don't want it to go over that, but this will keep it from going over that. So once we get it hooked up here, we'll go back to the camper and hook it up on that side. All right, at our camper, we're going to pull this little flap up, and we're going to put the hose underneath the camper, and it'll come right up through here. And then we're going to screw it into the only place to put the hose in this setup. This particular model does not have a back flush system for the black tank, so there's only one spot to hook up. All right, so we'll hook up here. We are running city water, so our valve will be on city water. If we want to fill our tanks to not run on city water but have water to tanks, then we would just turn this, and that would fill our tanks up. Camping at a campground, you don't have to worry about that, so you would leave it on city water. Turn your water on and you're good to go. Real quick, this is your battery disconnect and your solar disconnect. These two are on. When they're disconnected, the keys can come out. Just leave them both on, because the battery will actually be charging right now since you are plugged into shore power. At the front of the camper, we have our propane tanks. We can go ahead and turn our propane tanks on. This is going to be for the water heater if we wish to use it to heat our water, and it's also going to be for our stove. There's two black little knobs here. Just loosen them up and push them toward the front of the camper, which will let you open this. All you do is just reach in and turn it on just like a barbecue grill. Just turn both of your tanks on. They feed from each other. That is basically all for the utility hookup on this camper. Next, we're going to do the slides and the panel on the inside of the camper.